And joining me now to discuss the All Nigeria Editors Conference, especially the role of the media in democracy, is Hamza Idris. He's the Vice President of the Nigerian Guild of Editors North Zone. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Congratulations are in order. I mean,
Exactly.
It's the 21st one.
Yeah.
And for the first time, the opening is attended by a sitting president, as we're told yesterday at the presidential villa. But yesterday, I mean, having over 400 editors from across the country meet face to face with the president, is there a risk of such a gathering, you know, being influenced, or your work being influenced as senior journalists when you meet so close, face to face with power? Or would you say this historic meeting, which has been praised largely, is a positive engagement? I mean, where do you strike the balance that editors are meeting with the president? You know, how do you strike that balance that your editorial judgment is not influenced by power? That's my question, really.
Not at all. We made history. As you rightly said, this conference is the 21st, meaning for over 2 decades we've been having it in different places. And never a time when a sitting president participated. But we feel honored this time around because the essence of the gathering is to actually subject ourselves to Nigerians. And with all sense of responsibility, the president represents the generality of Nigerians. But beyond that, because we want to open the door for everyone, after the opening and then presentation of some papers at the conference hall of the presidential villa, we moved to NAF Conference Center. That's why you've seen it.
Yes, for day 2.
Exactly,
yes.
where we also opened the door for all the opposition figures who wanted to come. You can see the chairman of the APC there, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi there. You can see, Amechi, who is in ADC now. So it was like a clinic to us, where we subjected ourselves to scrutiny. And what happened at the presidential villa yesterday was actually a win-win, because we allowed the president to voice out what he feels about us, the media. We also allowed the keynote speaker in the person of Governor of Imo State, who spoke on democratic governance and national cohesion, to also, scrutinize us. He asked questions. In fact, he
flipped it.
Exactly.
He flipped it.
Good.
Yeah.
But then, as you've seen, we also allowed our president, or they allowed our president in the person of Elder Eze Anaba, to also present our own side of the story, because media does not operate in a vacuum. And you can't have government without the media. So ultimately, we see what happened as really, really historic, the first of its kind since the commencement of the annual Conference of Editors.
Well, congratulations are definitely in order. And again, just looking at day 2, and as you have highlighted, open to opposition figures as well, not just the sitting president. But I want to take you back to, the flipping of the keynote speaker yesterday, who said 2027, the editors and the media as a whole has a role to play in determining whether it will be a test or triumph for our democracy. He criticized how the media covered the 2023 elections to some extent. As editors, do you agree with his point that you determine what is news? President Bola Tinubu said you also shape what becomes national conversations. How do you respond to those?
To greater extent, it's true what they said, because the media is the mirror of the society. And every other person relies on the media to set the agenda. It's one of our responsibilities. But then the way we set the agenda now determines the conversation. For instance, Hope Uzodinma said, sometimes editors can decide how the citizens will accept or reject the outcome of election or any candidate. But we have our issues also, because if the political actors play by the rules, because we don't create stories.
Exactly.
What we do is to actually put context to
stories that have been created by the actors.
Exactly. So while we agree with them for saying that we can make or mar whatever is the outcome of election, we also challenge them that they also have to abide by the rules, because our responsibility first is to the generality of Nigerians. If you put all the politicians together, they are not up to 10%. We have over 230 million citizens, and they all look onto the media as a guide. And this was our answer to them. But then we appreciated their observations, and we are still subjecting ourselves to introspection.
Great. And there were all issues, challenges that were highlighted that the media is facing as a whole, whether it be print, broadcast, digital, online. When the president highlighted some of those issues to include tax and loans, free interest loans or low interest loans for the media, and those long lists that he did highlight yesterday, one wonders how confident you are as a guild that the administration will respond, and how critical are those requests to the survival of the media? Some would say, oh, the media has gone a begging, but this is not begging. This is sustenance of journalism.
Exactly, and this happens all over the world. As our president said, if you go to the US, if you go to Germany, if you go to Canada, Australia, even South Africa, they all have a way of subsidizing the media, because the media, apart from, being, business, because it has to be business to survive, it is also a social service. And if you want to deliver to the citizens, you have to find a way of subsidizing the media. The equipment you are using here, you import them, dollars, Print, I am from the print media, of course. We also have our TV and radio. We import almost everything. We are not asking for a gift. What we are asking is, fair and commensurate environment for us to also thrive. Tax holiday is acceptable. We said, okay, give us tax holiday, maybe 10 years, so that VAT and all that will be waived, so that we can now thrive, we can recover. The media, broadcast and print, they are all suffering. So what we ask the president is that, please give us tax holiday, and then also take care of those laws, obnoxious laws, that are making our job very, very difficult. So these are actually fair and legitimate requests, which we believe Nigerians will also commend us for putting them to the president.
Great. Fingers crossed. Congratulations once again. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Hamza Idris is the Vice President of the Nigerian Guild of Editors North.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.